everybody, welcome to Dave's World. I really appreciate you guys coming back and supporting me. If you're new to the channel, I just wanted to explain that there's always going to be something different every day. So if you're subscribing, keep in mind that when I put videos up, I try and do different things. Like I have a bunch of videos on the channel now that are a build series. I have the Jetta build that I'm in the process of posting up. I have the Cruise build that I'm in the process of posting up. The Miata build is coming. I have a 65 Mustang resto mod that's going to be happening soon, and this is going to be the beginning of the Corvette one. So what I'm doing today is I have some wide body fenders that I bought. These are similar to the Supercharged fenders. They're extreme wide body. They are about 3 inches wider than the Z06 fenders, which are already 2 inches wider, so they're about 5 inches wider on each side. I currently am running fender flares on the car, but they don't quite match the body. And what I'm trying to do is just redo the entire body on the car. I might even change the color of the car. The reason I want to run these is I actually have 14-inch wide tires on the back. I'm running 355s, which are about the widest tire you can get. I know there's slightly wider ones, but 355s are pretty big. I'm actually concerned that if I ever have to change a tire down the road, I might not even be able to find one because they might not make that size anymore. But what I'm going to do now is I'm going to set you guys up, and we're going to try and figure out how to get these fenders off. The fenders are actually bondoed on to the point where there's no seam. This is an interesting problem to have, and I have to figure out how to separate this without damaging the bumper. So first things first, I'm going to set you guys up, and I'm going to get these tail lights out, and I'm going to figure out how to unbolt the fender and separate the seam without causing a lot of damage. I might need to use a body saw or something. I have no clue yet, but I'll figure it out. First things first. These lights need to come out, and there's just one single screw on the top of each one of them. I think these are the Miramoto afterburner lights. These are really cool. I love these things. I'm taking these out first because it's the easiest way to get access to the inside the fender. Yep, there are some bolts here. All right. Luckily, there are bolts holding this together, which is probably why the bondo never split, but that's why I took the light out so I could see what's going on. I'm going to get both out of the way. And that's pretty much C6 tail light removal. It's that simple. I don't know if you guys notice a lighting difference, but it's later in the day because I had some stuff I had to do up at East Coast Supercharging, and I had to leave and come back, so I'm going to continue on working on this. What I'm trying to do now is get to the point where I can get the inner fender liner off. I basically just did this JDM style, if you will. I put fenders over fenders. But the new wide body ones I have will look a lot nicer. I want to get the car up in the air, get the wheel off, and then get the fender liner out. Okay, the next thing coming off is going to be this, and then I want to get the inner fender liner out. Before I hurt somebody. All right, these things are 7 millimeters. All right, I got all the bolts out. Also, there was another one for this brake duct. I assume the brake duct has to come out too. Okay, now I want to show you up along here. You'll actually see where the bolts are, where the fender mount to the rear bumper. Again, please don't get mad at me if this is a quarter panel. It's just what I call it. It comes from the C5 world because they always talked about the Lewis 5 wide body fenders for the C5. But anyway, that's sound deadening. It's supposed to be there. And there's also, if you see here, the seam has been fiberglassed over. Somewhere along here, this has to separate, and the bolts run along the door frame. What I'm gonna do is unbolt here, get all those bolts out, open the hatch, get all the bolts out up top, and then start figuring out a way to separate the fiberglass. Okay, I thought about something. I could see the seam where the two pieces meet and they fill them in. I'm gonna try and tap a screwdriver in, and hopefully I can get the bondo to pop out without damaging the body panels. Ugh, hate that. I'm gonna start up higher because I can see the glare. Oh, it's separating. So you can see where I hit it twice and it's actually separating in between. So that's what I'm trying to do. Oh, it's actually better just to whack it with a hammer. Alright. It's kind of the same situation up here. Okay. Oh, the battery's dead. As far as I'm concerned, it is impossible to own a C6 Corvette without having battery problems. So I have external battery terminals just in case my battery dies and I can't get in the car, which has happened a lot in the past because they decided not to put door handles on the car, and you need battery power to get the door open. And before somebody says you can open it from the trunk, you can, if the previous owner had the key and gave it to me, and they didn't. So I can't get the car open. Okay. All right, now we got all of our torque screws. Oh, we used panel bond in there too. All right, here's the next area. We need to separate this. You have to get that bracket off. Well, that was not fun. All right, all I'm gonna do today is test fit this fender flare. Okay. I drilled the holes out a little bigger just so I can slide them over the studs. Okay, better. This definitely looks really cool. I'm gonna throw a wheel on real quick so we can get the full effect and drop it on the ground. All right, so the suspension needs to settle, but here, let me show you the width. Those are definitely a nice width. So this is pretty much day one on my Corvette build. I'm doing the wide body. You guys saw up to this point where I am with it. So I'm gonna end the video here. What I like to do is have continuity with all my videos. Next time you see this car might be a couple weeks from now because I'm also in the middle of posting Miata, Jetta, and welding videos as well, and I'm trying to finish editing those and get them out for you because I have other build series that I'm trying to post on my channel. And I just like to let everybody know that for continuity's sake, there's always going to be something different, and next time you see something posted by me, it might not be this car, but this car will be posted again. So thank you again for following along with me. Once I do some more research on how to fit these fenders and figure out how I want to do work to this back bumper, I'll do the next video on installing these things. I also have to figure out a gas cap for the other side. I mean, there's going to be a lot of work. So hopefully you enjoy this video, and if there's something you did and don't like, please comment below. Your feedback is very important to me. I really appreciate it. And have a very nice night, everybody.